Well, so I'm really excited to show you this next thing that I like doing, how I like to push my garden seasons along. Something I've been doing for probably 25 years is using what's called a wall of water. I end up getting tomatoes the first, usually around the 4th of July. That's kind of my goal here. And I put up these items here. Each little cell gets filled up with water. Um, Tomatoes get planted inside of those, and they can actually hold temperatures down to 18 degrees. What takes place is the water freezes, it gives off heat. So we're going to go and turn this compost over, get the area prepped. I have to put down plastic because that's what keeps the ground clean so it doesn't damage and put holes into the plastic. It's a pretty thick plastic, but this way I can get tomato plants. I'll probably have them planted probably by Tuesday or Wednesday next week, and which will be putting me in around the 20th of April. And the tomato plants are already 5 inches, 6 inches tall, so they're ready to go in. And these tomato plants I started back in the middle of February, and we should have some tomatoes hopefully by 4th of July. So I'm going to go ahead and start turning this over. I put some compost in there earlier, so we'll get the garden all get nice and prepped for the plastic to go down. And like I say, once again, it protects the wall of water. You can get these from any garden center. I apologize for correcting that, not garden center, but most mail order catalogs have them. Gurney's has them, Hare Seed has them. I'm not sure if Gardens Alive sells them, but just Google wall of waters where to buy them, and it's a great little thing to help push the season along for tomatoes, even peppers I've done before. Lettuce doesn't care much for them because it gets a little too hot in there, but it just gives you a way of pushing the season ahead so you can get stuff a little sooner. And just we'll give you updates, just giving you an idea how it's coming along throughout the next couple of months. All right. Nice and fertile. I say because I don't walk on this garden bed very often, hardly ever. It's pretty soft. Winter ryegrass seed is underneath it. I'll just rot away as it decomposes underneath the soil I just turned over with the compost in there. There we go. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and rake that smooth, and I'll be back. Okay, so I've turned this over. I'm just gonna rake this out smooth so I can get the plastic over top of the area and show you how I get that in. So I can get some of these clumps pulled out of the way. We'll just pull them back. That's from the corn from last year. Those roots right there, you see. There we go. Okay, so that looks like about 5 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, perfect. And what we're going to do is I'm going ahead and get the a rock. I'm going to go ahead and get the plastic cut open here so we can get this pushed into the dirt. There we go. This is basically just a trash bag. All I use like the 30 or 33 gallon trash bags, and just slice it down the side. Open my knife's pretty sharp. Never know what I've used this for. Okay. There we go. Okay, go ahead and get that in the ground. Use a simple edger to push it in. It's nice when it's not windy out. You get the wind blowing, it's hard to get these things down, but it's nice and calm today. So I just use this garden edger to push the plastic down on the edges a little bit. Helps hold this in place. And there we go. And this will warm up nicely. I'll get the wall waters up here. It'll help absorb more of the solar energy as the water warms up. And these wall waters, if you take care of them, take them down after they're done. You know, I take them out probably around first part of June when the plants start growing above the edges of these things. Knowing it's not going to get too cold at nighttime anymore, because sometimes we do get 50-degree nights in June. Tomatoes don't like to get below 50 degrees, so that's kind of a key there. Well, they say they get stunted, but I tend to take these things out sometime in June so we don't get damaged by the weather and the sun. So they last pretty long. I've probably had those for probably a good 10-12 years now. I think I'm on my second set. I'm doing this for probably a good almost 28 to 30 years. Here we go. So good to do that. Next thing we're going to do is get the hose down here and start filling these guys up, and we'll show you how that goes. So we'll put 3 of these in here, and it's a pretty neat system. Be back in a little bit.